AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the visiting team.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Raiders.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
That's good.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 33 yards that time.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 77 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The They'll look to throw again. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The 45-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. This is out quickly to the right. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
First down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Panthers.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. This will be caught just inside the 10. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth. Well, also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Ball carrier
has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
24-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw complete into the flat out left.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense. Are you serious?
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Out of the gun, Eckler running it, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
This is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Then he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Cowboys 3.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 27-10, the final score. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle.
In at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He has a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
87.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down, Raiders.
shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 37-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Looking to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Cowboys. First and 10.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Cowboys 10.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Eckler. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
a 2-yard.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
13.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Loss of 9 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And his throw is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, look at that. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche. It hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushed pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held him down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 35-yard line.
The throw over the middle taken in. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Panther.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's third down.
Yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
At the 31-yard line.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.